Hi, my name's Will. 7 years ago, I got my bachelor's degree. I entered the workforce. I couldn't find any job that was fulfilling. So I decided to quit the job that I had, travel the world for a few months. During my travels, I learned that we are currently experiencing a worldwide nursing shortage. So when I got back home, I decided that the best thing that I could do was to go back to nursing school. And so I did. And today, I've invited some friends that I made during those travels to talk to you about this global crisis. Oh, hello. I'm Percy Buxington. I might have been born into a life of privilege, with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I realized that there's more to life than playing polo every day and having tea with Richard Branson. So I decided to give it all up, become a nurse. Hi, I'm Zachary Dixon from Edenton, North Carolina, the Tar Heel state. And I knew that I wanted to be a nurse ever since I was an itty bitty little baby. Because let me tell you something, I'm what you might call a legacy nurse. Because my mama was a nurse, and her mama was a nurse, and her mama was a nurse, and her mama was a bullfrog. I'm just kidding. Seriously, she was a nurse too, but she was a little overweight. She ended up dying of the sugar, but that is a whole nother story altogether. My name's Kent Barber. I've been a nurse now for about 10 years or so, working in an emergency room in Sydney, Australia. Australia is not only home to the toughest terrain in the world, but also home to the toughest people. But even the toughest people, they need nursing too.
Jeez, when I met my first nurse, I was trained to be a cage fighter and I injured my uvula. I thought to myself, like, jeez, maybe I could be a nurse. It turns out, I'm a pretty doggone good nurse.
Although you might think differently across the pond, I have nothing but positive things to say about our National Health Service. Now, when I was young, and all my friends were playing policeman and doctor, I was playing nurse, because I knew that that is what I was going to be when I grew up. You'd be amazed at the things I've seen come into the emergency room. Sometimes it might be somebody that's had a dingo bite, maybe even a rattlesnake bite. Sometimes, depending on where they've been, might come in after they've been bit by a bunch of bogans.
You know, my brother, he was like, he told me you'd be the worst nurse of all time. And I was like, how could anybody even know that? Jeez Louise.
And I get so frustrated and so steamed when people say, "Hey, Zachary, are you serious about being a nurse?" And I say, if I told you I had a tramp stamp of Florence Nightingale, will that answer your question? Oh, this here is just my pin light.
He'd say stuff like, you couldn't even change that IV bag. And I was like, I changed that IV bag in like 10 seconds. Are you kidding me? Jeez. I mean, come on.
You know, some organizations have said, answer the call and man up. But to me, it's not about being a man. It's about being a human. So don't ask yourself, are you willing to man up? Ask yourself, are you willing to human up? So I'm here today to ask you, are you willing to human up? You need to join us and you need to human up. It's time to human up.
I just have to say, like, nursing is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it can be the best thing that's ever happened to you, too. Just join us. Human up.
Human up. Human up. Human up. Human up.
Human up. Jeez.